What? Okay. We're about to have a live interview guest person. Let me get them up on here. It's not letting me. Boom, boom, boom. Doughboy in the house. Okay. Accept it. Okay.
We look live, Brianna.
Yeah.
You can join us. Hold on. I'm finishing.
Yeah, I'm trying to invite. There we go. I haven't been on Facebook Live in a minute.
Yeah, he's trying to invite you, Brianna.
I tried.
Yo,
What's up?
You can.
man, I can
Hold
hear
on.
y'all now. One thing about it.
Yeah.
We apologize about that.
Oh man, you
Um.
good, man? Shit, I know how that shit go, man. Shit, man, listen, I just started podcasting for a year ago, so I went through all that shit. Shit won't work. That's why you really supposed to do a sound check, you know. But hey, we here
Yeah.
now.
Like I said, we apologize about that.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
Uh. I'll be watching your videos and stuff most of the time, and I see y'all doing y'all. I see how y'all do y'all thing, and that's something that. And I gotta say that I'm pretty I'm pretty impressed with it. I'll be talking to Brandon and stuff about how you guys do stuff, and I
Yeah, he's talking
just
about worldwide collaboration.
get the worldwide collaboration, and it's like
Okay,
I
okay.
and every time I see him, like I'm like they doing pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with what you guys do. I tell my friends and stuff about the collaboration. I'm like, maybe y'all need to try and get into that collaboration. But I'm like, uh,
Yeah,
but but I'm not gonna lie, you guys are doing y'all thing. I
I
gotta say,
appreciate it.
I got you guys, man. Let me ask you this question, Trill. Trill,
Okay.
if you had the one person that you wanted to say you could collaborate with in the music industry, what would that person be?
Mm. One person.
What would
Damn.
that person be? Or who would that person be?
I'm gonna say Kendrick Lamar because I know at that particular point I can go ahead full steam with the lyricism. And and I won't have to water nothing down so people can catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of times on a lot of songs, that's what I have to do.
Hmm,
So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, she
Only
said.
reason why I asked that because a lot of people would say that when you work side by side with an artist, it makes you better, and because having to listen to the artist and their rapping, it gets you better, and
correct. You're right.
that's just something that I pretty much see myself. As I see when I see another person rap battling with other people, I I'll just okay let let me try and get in on it. Let me because I used to do music and stuff too at times, but
Oh, okay.
not in professional way. Well, I'm what you call a beginner, but I'm not a beginner, but I'm mediate. Like I'll do like freestyle beating or I'll do instrumentals and stuff like that, but I'm not at your level type, and that's kind of why I was asking because I'm trying to get to where you are right now.
Well, one thing. The first thing is the team aspect. You know, can't nobody do nothing by themselves. You can record, and you know, you might be a great engineer, mix and master and all, but beyond that, it's about putting the product in the hands of the people who are looking for that from you. You know, and that's what the internet is kind of good for. You know what I'm saying? Being able to find out who your demographic is and speak to them directly. That's why I tell a lot of artists, you know, art, rapping or singing about things that don't reflect your personality, it's a disservice to you and to the people who listen to you, because at the end of the day, people are going to identify with you based on who you are. There's people who can think like whoever they're listening to, or they might be able to identify with them. You know what I'm saying? So if you giving them a false image, you know, that's gonna be upsetting when they realize that's not really you. You might lose your whole fan base, and I've actually seen that happen. You know, um, so
Mm, that's deep. That is truly deep. Ghost, got anything? You can't hear you. This speaker is
Who
messed up.
inspired you to be an artist?
you said who inspires me to be an artist?
Yes.
I mean, the first person that I ever was inspired by probably was Michael Jackson. I mean, to be honest, because you got to understand, I grew up in the '80s. Well, in the '90s, I grew up in the '90s, but I'm saying like, that era that I was a kid, a child for real, you know, that Michael Jackson was that guy. I mean, you had other people, but he still is kind of that guy.
Mm.
You know.
How, if you don't mind by me asking you this, and I don't mean to overstep,
Mhm.
how was it growing up in the 80s?
Well, I mean, I grew up in the '90s. Really, I was
Oh,
born in the '80s, but you know, them first 10 years or so, you know, that shit don't really count. Growing up is when you know you're coming of age in the time period. I came of age. I started stepping outside in the '90s, so I can speak to that. The '90s is a golden era. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll never probably be like that again. Um, it's just different. Growing up in the '90s, I don't know, man. It's crazy because looking back at it now, it was good, but was it good because it was actually good, or was it good because it was a norm and it was maintained, and we were programmed to accept that as the status quo? So looking back at it, I'm really looking like it was okay. It was cool. Musically, it was great. I'll say that. Musically, that was a great time period. But just to be alive and just grow up in general, maybe not. You know, everything was kind of the things that we talk about freely now. People couldn't talk about then because everybody was, oh, don't say that, or oh my God, you don't want to offend nobody, and and it just was real. Unless you was a Christian pastor or something, you really couldn't do too much. Yeah.
Ghost.
I know what the I got another question. What's the story behind the name of your stage name?
Trill Will. I grew up listening to UGK and Pimp C and Bun B and those guys, and that's a word that I heard first from them, Trill. And it's crazy because when I first met Boosie and Webby, there was a little stir up about my name because they're real particular with who the people they allow to utilize that name. That's a brand. When you say Trill, that's a brand. And a brand that I don't own. So I had to get clearance, I had to get approved, to be able to even use that name. Shout out to Derek Marquise Johnson and the rest of the guys at Badass Savage Life, they tied in with that lineage. UGK, Pimp C, Bun B, Webby on Webby's first hit single. Bun B was on there. The name of the label that they put it out on it was Trill ENT, because it was backed by Pimp C and Bun B, so just little history facts, historical facts. I mean,
Wow. what do you say for the young generations that want to join the movement?
If you're in a space where you're like, okay, what's the quickest way for me to become a millionaire before I turn 21? I would say that this is worldwide collaboration affords a person that opportunity for the simple fact that there's other people who have seen that type of money in their lifetime before that's a part of it. Almost everybody that's a part of worldwide collaboration owns some type of business, and they may have a second job where they work for somebody else, but their main priority is focused on building their dream. And I think that that's important. So when you get in a room and you're the smartest person, you're in the wrong room, right? So if you're a young person and you run and you like the head of y'all, the body of people who you hang out with, and they look to you, that's cool. You want to keep that, but you may want to find some people who can know more, a little bit more than you, so you can learn something. You know, so that's what I would say. We have about approximately 6 million people between Next Level DJ Coalition, Next Level Syndicate, and actually worldwide collaboration and elite promo, GFM, Black Executive Triad. We're about 6 million online followers online. So why it's going to take you 10 years to build that up, at least 5 for sure. You know what I'm saying? So why do that when you can at least come learn some game from some people who doing some of the things that you would like to do, like podcasting. I'm only been podcasting for like a year and a half or whatever. You know what I mean? Maybe a little over. But that's something that we wanted to pursue that. So now we hang out with a bunch of people who do podcasting. We talk to a bunch of people every day on our calls, on our Zoom calls, who do podcasting. And, there's some things that you might have experienced that I might not have experienced. So it would behoove me to listen and be around those people who got experience like that in that particular field. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I asked, Brandon earlier, what made y'all use that particular program? He explained to me why. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's not my preference, but that's his experience. So I would recommend certain things, and he can accept it or not. At the end of the day, but it's just the point of being able to have a reference point, having somebody to bounce ideas off of who has experience, so they can really say, hey, man, I can speak to my life experience in that particular scenario or in this particular area. And if you have a bunch of people like that all over the world from different cultures, it creates a super mind. It creates it's a think tank to where everything it won't take as long for you to get to your process for you to find what may or may not work or to create your branding that you're looking to create. We just linked with some grow developers in Arizona. They're ready to collaborate with artists to give them a strain of marijuana that can help brand them, and make it forever money, evergreen money. They don't even got to do nothing. Wake up in the morning and the check's already there, it's already in deposited. So yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what I would tell the young people who were looking to possibly join.
Mm, Ghost,
I can't hear you, bro.
we can't hear you.
Oh, this Facebook Live is new. I haven't been on there, but since the other person hasn't can't go on live for some reason, but she's asking a couple questions. One of them is, what advice would you give young adults?
That's kind of what you just asked me. It's kind of the
That's what
same
I just
question.
asked him,
Um,
Brandon.
and then the other
Yeah,
one, she said, what makes you motivated to move on in life?
makes me motivated to move on. I mean, I have a family, so a rather large family. I have 6 children between me and my significant other. And then I have a very large. My family's one of the biggest probably families I've ever met in real life. Like we're at least 6 figures people deep in the United States, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we have a lot of family. So it's just a new experience. So that motivates me. Knowing that it's bigger than me, knowing that it's what I do is going to carry over into somebody else's success or may shine a light on somebody else so they don't have to work as hard. That's what makes it. That's what keeps me going. My son. He's 6 years old. My youngest son. You know what I'm saying? He's about to be 7. But every time I look at him, I see myself, and I ask myself, what was I left? When my dad passed away last year, what did he really leave me? He left me some things, but is that what he wanted? I'm sure he wanted to leave more. So my thing is, I try to focus on that every day. Like, what can I do to add value to his future? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? The kids. The reason why we used to say the kids are the future, because they literally are. But at the same time, the most important people to reach right now are adults, because we're actively should be protecting them, not just physically, but mentally, the things that they intake, their mental digestion, their mental, what they take in, what they imbibe, what they watch, that's how they process things. That's our number one responsibility.
When your son gets of an age, would you be willing to let him join the collaboration, or do you think he would follow behind what you leave as being the father that you are? Would you say him joining the worldwide collaboration would be a good thing for him to learn?
Um, I mean, yeah, I do think in some way that would be good. But this how I am. Like my dad, he was cool, man. He was a manager, so he managed a lot of groups and stuff growing up. So I knew that he was tied in with music and stuff. But like he didn't force anything on me. He let me come to my own conclusions and find out who I was, and I feel like that's the best way. Yeah, but once he heard and seen that I was naturally inclining towards music or towards entertainment, that's when he was like, okay, since you're gonna do it, this is how we're gonna do it. This is how you should do it. I think I was 13 when I had my first LLC, so I already was installed in my brain that that's what it was for. Like, okay, you need to get a business. He always told me, hey, you don't want to be working for anybody else. That's not your place in the world. You need to have your own, and that's what he always installed in me. And I just it took me a long time to come back around to that, because I like to collaborate and work with people, but sometimes you gotta build your own dream, and then come back to other people's dreams and allow that to catch up.
That's pretty deep. Now, I want to ask you this, or we have one question that a person wants to ask you.
Hmm.
What was one song? What's the one album that you've done that you're proud of, and who pushed you to do it? The one,
That I'm proud of.
yeah. I mean,
I'm
when I
proud of
say
all
proud
my
of,
projects.
I mean I shouldn't say proud of, but like the top album that you've done. What
I
inspired you?
mean, I probably honestly, I probably would say Living Legend too, and that's one that gets slept on. I don't even know. I think they took it down off of streaming services. That was 2019, going in 2020. I remember I lost my Instagram and everything. I lost my whole Instagram, and right after I dropped the project, and then I had to fight to get it back or whatever, whatnot. Ended up getting it back, but taught me a very valuable lesson about not being dependent on these folks' platforms to release my music, to not never ever 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 be solely dependent on somebody else to do what I need done. Like literally, like that's really what it taught me. And since then, I've had backup pages, actual websites that host all of my things that I need done. And that I want to sell or give to the people to connect directly with them. I think that's important. I think we're going back into an era where direct to consumer is super important. I think we're getting back to hand transactions, CDs and records. I know that sounds crazy. People are like, what CDs? But trust and believe, man, your big artists are going back that way. because that's where they're actually making money at. Even if they sell less, they're looking at making that conversion. Streaming ain't doing it. You know, and it ain't doing it. So just FYI,
Ghost.
putting that out there. Might want to invest in some physical products. Even if you want to go the Nipsey route and make you like a hoodie or something that you sell, and then have you a QR code linked to your album or something. You know, where they buy it, they can automatically download your album. I mean, that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? If I was going to keep the digital route, but at the end of the day, everything's still going to be in play, but just you're going to see a splitting of the way because the people who make real money have to have physical products, and they took the process of manufacturing out of it when they did the MP3 thing, and that was all piracy. That was the whole reason why streaming didn't came out. 'Cause they were like, well, they gonna just steal it and put it out, so we got to control the flow, so we can monetize every time they do that. And so that's what streaming was even really about. You know, and then first they made it to where was iTunes. You could download. No, that's live. Napster was the first thing. Then LimeWire, iTunes, all of the downloadable platforms like that. You know, but we're going back that way though. You know what I'm saying? People thought we were going to keep going into the digital, but I think that we're actually going back the other way towards a little bit more traditional route. Because the streaming ain't doing it.
Ghost.
Um, Tell us about any upcoming projects or songs that you're about to release and whatnot.
Um, Um, all right. I got Chief of All Chiefs on deck next. That'll be released in November. That's my next project. It's been done actually for some months. I just really just waiting for the right time so I can create a whole rollout and give everybody an experience. We're actually in the middle of the rollout now. We're doing different things that we haven't done before. Like I said, what's where worldwide collaboration comes in because as an artist, I offer people because I understand that it's a competitive space. So I have other things to offer besides than just music. So I'm offering people a chance to come into worldwide collaboration and actually get to know me and our people and our tribe and what we've got going on. You know, I don't really know any other artists who's really doing that. You know, so this is different. We're taking it into the new age. This is some 2030 shit. You know what I'm saying? So.
Can you let
Yeah.
the people know how they can join the worldwide collaboration?
Yeah, that's easy. You can just go to my website www.trillwill.org www.trillwill.org trillwill.org, and then that'll give you the links to everything you could imagine you wanted to do. You can follow me there. You can go to Worldwide Collaborations website www.wwcfam.com and do that. But that's going to require a registration link. So in order to do any of that, you really gonna need to go to a meeting first. But that's how you're gonna really get tapped in with everybody in the morning, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Eastern. That's really when you can get tapped in, and then you can take it to the next level if you would like to donate to worldwide collaboration and become a full-fledged member. But that's how we do it. We really we're inclusive, but we're selective at the same time. Because if you're on some negativity, we don't need that. We don't need
No.
that, and we got enough negative energy floating around. We could just go take our shoes and socks off and go stand in the grass and get some negative ions from the earth. We don't need no more negative energy.
Yeah. That is, it's pretty deep. I see you got like I said, I see you guys growing and growing every day. I see the movements that you guys do. It's you guys are really I gotta give my props to you guys. I asked Christina, not Christine, I asked yeah, Christina about you guys just about every day. And
Yeah, she's good people, man. Shout out to Christina and the Worldwide All Stars. That's a chapter of Worldwide Collaboration that is run by Christina.
yeah, it's pretty deep. I like I said, I gotta say, you guys are really doing your thing over there, and my props to y'all. Go,
Yeah, shout out to the whole GFM too, man, because we tied in Worldwide Collaboration GFM. Shout out to Derek James. Shout out to TLR Yay. Shout out to Pilar. Shout out to DJ Mailman. Shout out to EC. You know what I'm saying? AKA Carl Marshall. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to the whole fam, man. Shout out to Sight, Sneed, you know what I'm saying? Christopher Lee Cheney, you know what I'm saying? The conglomerate, Knox Bond, aka James Lomack, you know what I'm saying? Next Level Syndicate, you know, Luke Crazy, same shit, you know. I have to shout everybody out, but once I say one name, everybody be like, "Oh, you didn't shout me out." Yeah, all right, bro. So
Yeah, it's good to send love to every person. Ghost,
yeah, and I'm sure I left somebody out. So shout out to you too,
Yeah.
and shout out to y'all. By the way, man, shout out to Brandon and shout out to you, man. Appreciate y'all for having me on.
Mm,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
we
Yep.
love
And we support my podcast if you guys don't know. Especially against
we love having y'all, and we love having y'all on. We I don't know if Brendan told y'all, but we dropped our we have new merch and stuff coming out. We got the Doughboy brand, which is my brand, and as you know, we Brandon has his, the real Ghost. He has his, and the other one, the other person that be on with us, she's gonna be starting hers soon.
Oh, that's lit.
But we'd like for you all to support the brand or support the store, get yourself some merch, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your cousins, girlfriends, wife, tell everybody you know. If we have so much love for you all, and we want to show you that love by letting you guys know that. So
That's what's
our
up.
gift, our gift to you is to let you guys know about the merch.
That's what's up. And so,
yeah.
and so, what I'm gonna say to that would be, I speak to that. That's dope, and we'll definitely be doing that. But the number one way to advertise your merch to the worldwide collaboration would be to get on a meeting. I ain't even gonna hold you. If you come on a meeting and you say what you just said just now, I'm guaranteeing you people will go to it and they will click and most likely buy a few things because the worldwide collaboration is very supportive. You know what I'm saying? They do buy merch and all that. You know, we
Okay.
sell WWC fam chains with charms. People buy those too. Like it's they're very supportive. So, you know, I would advise you to come on to the podcast. I'm not podcast, but to the Zoom meeting in the morning, and we you can shout that out, and we'll definitely we'll let you screen share, you pull it up and show people the merch. And I seen the little video y'all played earlier, so y'all you can play that on there. Like it ain't no pressure. We
Yeah, I'll
out here
send
networking. We're
you
think
all
tanking.
that.
Yeah,
What
eleven
time is
thirty.
y'all pop?
11:30
Y'all pop?
p.m. 11:30 a.m. on Eastern. You know,
Okay.
which would be like if you're on the Pacific Coast, that'd be 8:30. If you
Okay.
Central, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that'd be 10:30 a.m.
Now let
Yeah.
me ask you this.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. What time is y'all? I heard you say the podcast. What time are y'all podcast?
No, no, it's not. Well, I misspoke. My
Oh.
podcast is on Wednesdays at 3:30 p.m. I'm
Oh.
speaking
Okay.
to the Zoom meetings that we have every day,
Oh.
Monday
Okay.
through Friday, during the week.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you don't mind, if when you get in, can you send me the link to the to where it's gonna
for
be the
sure.
day
Yeah,
for?
I definitely. I don't. You probably have to. I don't have your information, but yeah, we definitely. I'll try to
Send him the link.
friend request
I
you or
usually get
whatever.
I usually get the link from Chris, so I'll send it to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Please send it to me, and I'm gonna do what I can. I don't want to say I'm gonna absolutely do it, but I'll do what I can to try
Okay.
to at least make the meetings and stuff. I don't want to
Well,
make
I
no
mean, only
promises.
thing I can say is if you can't make it, I would have. If I were you, I'd be assigning somebody to because you can do that. We allow people to send representatives. If you're a CEO of your company, you might not have
Mhm.
no business being on there. You know, promoting it. You know, you can send a representative to promote your brand. I'm not tripping on that. Just let me know who it is, so I
Yeah,
don't
Okay.
look
that's
at
why
them
I got
crazy.
him. That's why I got Doughboy and Bree. I was the one that created Sportify podcast.
Yes,
I'm
you
basically
know
him, the big guy.
he's the CEO, and I'm under him. So if something happened to him, then I help do some of the work and stuff like that. And then something happened to me, then we have Lady Bree that helps take
Or we
some of the
got the
That's
pressure.
lit.
marketing person that will probably join too.
So yeah, we pretty much we try to do what we can to stick together.
Hey, you know what I would suggest though? Just doing some real shit because I fuck with y'all.
Hmm.
I would suggest y'all bring y'all full Spotify podcast to worldwide collaboration. We have a StreamYard account that we can't wait to use, so I don't know, there's something to think about, we ain't got to worry about, because I know we do have technical difficulties from time to time, but Chris is so good at taking care of that shit like that, it'd be all done. Be like, all right, technical difficulties, on to the next thing,
Can
so
we
that's just a
can
suggestion.
can
Yeah,
we
when we
get
used to,
can we can you give us a while to talk it over, or
Oh yeah,
we
for sure. Yeah, no, we ain't doing no tripping, homie. Like, let's take time, talk about it. I'm not in no
yeah,
hurry. It's just as fast
okay
as y'all want to move. You know what I'm
okay
saying? And it's crazy because Brandon actually knows a little bit more. I don't know what y'all talked about, but he knows what to do. So that's why it's like, he knows what's up.
yeah, I
I
like the
know
stream yards because we never had no issues when we
Never
used
had no issue. I'm talking about like if people have bad service or whatever, they drop off, but when they come back, it be straight, and they could always hear us. It was always service. Like that was weird. Like I got Wi-Fi. I'm at my studio where I do my podcast at. Like I don't have problems here. Like it's A1. My
yeah,
phone is A1.
it's
You know
just
what I'm saying? That's the only reason I don't like. One of the main reasons I don't like Facebook Live is because I can't even listen to my Beat headphones. I usually would have you in my ear. I can't even do that on Facebook Live. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like my platform on StreamYard. Yeah, they price went up at what, 80 for the premium joint. I ain't gonna lie, it was 80, no, it was like 86. It was like 90. But it's worth it though, because that shit quality every time. Every time, bro. But we buy the big package so everybody else don't have to. You know what I'm saying? So
I had the big package when it first started. It was like $50, and then
50.
they
It was
raised the
50. No,
price.
they just brought it up
Yeah,
like a month ago or
uh-huh.
two ago. Yeah, yeah. So I already know. But sometimes you got to pay for quality shit if you want. It's like I can record on my phone if I want to, but I know I got to have that smack. I got to have them slaps. It can't be nothing it's got to be mixed right, A1, day one. So I pay my little 150 an hour, and yeah, it sucks. But shit, hey man, when that bitch come out though, that bitch sound like something. Like niggas know, like, all right, that's it. So.
Yeah.
that's
Tell
pretty
them about
good
the
too.
your Black Phoenix. I like that
Oh
a
yeah, I
little.
got a comic book. Got a comic book that we're actively working on. Um, if I had to shortcut it, I would say he's Black Superman, pretty much with more powers, probably. That's Black Phoenix. I'm Chief Black Phoenix. The character is actually based on my real person, so it's like it's a comic book, but it's obviously exaggerated, but it's definitely interesting. We do role playing. Um, Shout out to Ninja with the Off the Grid podcast. They had a whole podcast where they be on their role playing some of the parts from the different entities that we're connected with within the comic book world. Shout out to Rockstar and shout out to all the homies, man. We got some major shit we working at Take Two. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the people that's really supporting us, man, because we got some major stuff coming up. Major, I can't even talk. I be wanting to spill it. I can't even talk about it. Like so major, bro. Like it's just a blessing, man. And I'm amazed that everything's coming together at the right time. It's been long coming, long time coming though. I put in a lot of work, a lot of years. I was like, damn, is this gonna work out? But it's coming together, so it's good.
I
It's beautiful,
see
man.
Tell
you.
Trust the process.
Yep.
tell us
You
about
talked
tell us
to Ruben, whatever his name is, from Rockstar. Last time
Yeah,
Rubio, all that.
yeah.
tell us about tell us about the art behind you. We see the art behind you.
Yeah, yeah. This is just something light. It's just a cityscape. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really crazy. There's some other stuff that I am into art, like all kind of art. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really I'm an artistic guy. Like people come to me, women come to me to help them pick outfits. Like, I'm just like somewhat of a stylist. I can style men, women. I do a lot of different stuff. I know that sounds crazy, but I really do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I just love art, anything, and I think like art imitates life, but life also imitates art. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to keep that cycle. You know what I'm saying? I try to take an artistic approach to everything that I do. Because we know that if you believe in God and the Most High, you know that somebody created something somewhere. We don't know who, what, when, where, or why. That's not important. I don't think. I think the point is that the artist is the closest thing that we can get to that, tapping into that divine consciousness. You know, that divine mind. You know, that creator aspect, that creator portion of us. You know what I'm saying? And those people who are artists have always held high esteem in the world because of being able to channel. That's a channel. You're channeling other dimensions and frequencies of vibration, and so that's what that is. That's why you hear a lot of times people who really into music, they be saying that they see the music. You know what I'm saying? The more so than hear it. And that's just letting you know how serious it is. You know, as an artist, I take it very seriously.
That's deep. Ghost.
Mm. Might have to cut it short in a minute, but tell
Yeah,
everybody
good.
where they can find you at and what platform
Man, look,
that.
if if you on here right now, you on Facebook, you know what I'm saying? You can type in Trill Will on Facebook. I got about two or three pages, follow them all. I got a fan page and I got this page here. This is my main page right here. You know what I'm saying? You go to Instagram, it's Trill Will Israel on Instagram. And if you can't spell, it's TrillWillisrael on Instagram. That's Trill Will Israel on Instagram. And if you want to tap into all of my extras like my interviews, my publications. I've been worldwide publicated several times. All my accolades and stuff. You can go to my website www.trillwill.org. That's www.trillwill.org, and you can go there and you can find all the things that I've done and then people who I've worked with. And there's still missing some stuff because I'm always working, but that's the basics of it right there.
Thank you, Trill.
Yeah,
We
Thank
just
y'all for
like to
having me.
we just like to say thank you so
appreciate it.
much, and please keep in contact with us.
Yeah.
For sure, I definitely will. I'm always available, man, ready to work. Man, don't be afraid to reach out to me and network some stuff with me. You know, it might be something we can work on. You know, I like the Sportify podcast idea. It's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? I actually wanted to get on here and actually talk about sports for real too, but we'll do that the next time. It's cool. There's no pressure.
It's not just sports. We talk about everything and
We talk
anything. We
about
just here
any and
for people.
everything, whatever your
Right. But
mind
I
can
like
think
no,
of.
but I'm saying I like the no, because what I'm saying is why I like it is because it
Yeah.
puts the sports in there with the I-Fi, right? The I-Fi. Because the I-Fi thing is basically the process of or the presenting of. So you make me think of talking as far as like a podcast, but it's like a sport too, though,
Yep.
because you are definitely in competition with yourself, if nothing else, to beat the last iteration or last version of yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And in doing that live, that counts for something. That's big. You know what I'm saying? So I like the concept. You know what I'm saying? I like what y'all doing. Please bring me back on whenever y'all is convenient for y'all. I'll try to make myself available. Shout out to Brandon again. Shout out to Ninja. And shout out to yourself. I'm sorry, Brianna, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Lady
that's her,
Bree.
Yeah.
Lady Bird. Yeah.
Lady Bree, my bad.
Oh,
Excuse me, Lady Bree. I
yeah.
don't want to get no pronouns wrong. Lady Bree, yes, ma'am. Look, so what I'm saying is that I appreciate y'all and thank y'all for having me on. We have technical difficulties, but we're here now. It's good. It's up. People gonna see this. Go check out the Spotify podcast. Even when I'm not on there, you know what I'm saying, just tap in, just to tap in. Let them know when y'all have y'all's shows. One of y'all shows air normally on Sundays.
Yeah. Every
Yes,
Sunday.
every Sunday.
There it is. Tap in, y'all. Every Sunday.
Yeah.
So let's do
And
it.
So we thank you.
if you want, you can leave us a review, Trill Will, on our Spotify podcast page. If we appreciate it.
Okay, cool.
We love to hear. We love to hear the comments. Tell us what you think. Give us honest and open feedback on any and everything. We look forward.
Yeah.
Man, shit show, man. You already know.
I'm surprised we grow that fast. We got 1.3K followers on there now. It
Hey,
just
man,
grew
y'all
like,
doing good. First of all, the name itself is catchy.
yeah,
Sportify. I'm surprised
yeah.
nobody thought of that before y'all. That's
It's
big.
similar to Spotify, but I was trying not to
Yeah,
do it. Like,
yeah. Nah, you did. Nah, you did it. Sportify is dope. You can
really
go anywhere.
see
I
one
would,
day.
yeah, that not for nothing, but I wouldn't mind, the NBA's cranking back up again too, and we're in the middle of the NFL season. I wouldn't mind talking about actual sports too, like on here. So, like, man, stay tapped in, man. It's a dope little situation, man. Y'all need to utilize that branding,
Too
you
is
know.
coming.
So,
You got to get a thanks to this. You got to get a thanks to the CEO for it. We
okay,
we follow the leader. Our
okay.
CEO,
It's
our
Chain
just
of command.
CEO is the one that.
overall teamwork. Teamwork makes
Chain
a
of command is
difference.
important. Listen, chain of command cannot be overlooked. That is important.
I,
Organizational structure. You know what I'm saying? OS is extremely important. And those people who don't lack it, you can see it. The people who don't have it, you can see it in their product and how they got to live and how they carry their business out. So
all we
that's important.
all we can do is follow behind our CEO with it.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
real
don't
though. That's
see myself as CEO because we all a team. We all equal at the end of the day. Teamwork
Like,
makes the dream work.
spoken like a true leader. If
like a
I didn't
true
know better,
leader,
you might have fooled
like a
me.
true man.
Yeah, but that's what's up, though, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all again, and y'all keep growing. Y'all gonna have many successful shows, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, dearly.
For sure.
All right. Appreciate
We
it
look
too,
forward
Will.
to staying in touch.
Yeah,
Talk
much
to you later.
love.
All right.
Peace. Right. Tune into Spotify Podcast every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah. 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. different Central time. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.